Anyways, so we stopped with Blues Magoos, right?
I think so. Yeah. So it's your turn.
Yeah. So uh, let's see. Line of thought. Kind of lost in here. Let me do. Let's do another. All right. I am gonna just go with this record. Then I think that you might have their debut to share, but I'm just stick with a different one. Legendary, first wave London band doesn't get more London than the Vibrators. Yeah, I figure.
Yeah.
I figure. So, uh, do you want to talk about a little bit about the Vibrators, and then I can
It's
talk a little bit about this record.
it's I almost don't know what to say. I mean, it's just one of the best records ever.
What do you think about the? Yeah, it is. What do you think about the production of their record?
I like it. It sounds a little more polished than some of the live stuff I've heard.
Yeah.
But I kind of like for those bands of the era, kind of hearing both sides. You know what I mean? The more polished stuff, and then like with Nevermind the Bollocks, you get the album, and then you can go listen to Spunk. You kind of have you have options of depending on what mood you're in.
But
the only thing is, I do think I think it came out as a 45, the live version of London Girls.
Okay.
I think that's way better than the studio version.
Okay. Their record is an absolute classic. There's no doubt about it. And but I think for some reason, well, a lot of records they get better when you crank it up.
Yeah.
Some I think some music is made to be played loud, and their record for some reason that's the UK pressing, right?
US.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the UK pressing is kind of like a little thin production, maybe.
Didn't you say that about the first Stiff Little Fingers record, that it's real thin?
Yeah, but that's an absolute classic. That's a band that I absolutely adore as well. And do you like it? Do you like their stuff throughout their career, or kind of because they have so much stuff?
Stiff Little Fingers?
No, Vibrators.
I've only heard the first record.
Okay, the second one is also a good one too. Me too. Yes, Automatic Lover and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they're an interesting band, and
I know I've heard. I remember. Was it? They were talking on the Doctor and the Kid stream about one of the '80s Vibrators records and how bad it was.
Yeah, because they do. That's one thing. Like, I love that stuff. The first, second album, they're fucking killers, absolutely essentials. But I do like Knox, the lead singer, the person. It's an amazing, down to earth dude. I think he's still alive. But he used to run a little thrift store charity shop.
Oh, really?
In London, and he was like always down to hang out, talk with anyone. Great. So there is like the 80s era that they have, like, they embrace. You can call it new wave. It's not really new wave, but they go and experiment with keyboards and samples. It's kind of like.
Well, speaking of that, I forgot to ask you what you think of Boys Only.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
I like it too. Yeah.
Just the cover of a Wonderful World alone. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a fantastic record.
Anyway, I'm sorry I threw you off here.
No, it's all good. But anyways, they do have that era, which I appreciate. I like some of that 80s stuff kind of like I think maybe Madonna was the leader of the charts, and kind of influenced the way
Right.
some bands approach how to produce, how to make music, to get to a more broad audience, and they did that. And this is great. This is the independent singles collection. He has songs. He has great couple good live recordings. But have you ever heard that? Baby Blue Eyes, Amphetamine Blue, Blown Away by Love.
No.
Yeah, no.
Is that all real early stuff?
Uh, some is on that 80s transition. Yeah, this is great. It came out in 2000.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like real. Okay, it's
Yeah,
some of the '80s stuff.
yeah, and 70s too. There's some, but there's some Flying Home, Punish Me with Kisses. This sounds so good. Have you ever heard the other band that he was on called Fallen Angels?
No.
Oh my god. For 80s corny but uplifting, you know, like you know, radio hit tunes is fucking awesome. We need to check that out. Yeah, but this is one thing that I like about the Vibrators. They do have terrible tracks. You know, they do.
Yeah.
But they were a band that, even though they didn't they were not afraid to be themselves, right? And they did explore other sounds. They did different things, but they never lost, let's say, that street cred because of
Right.
that particular album. But I think this one, if you have a chance to check it out, yeah, the independent singles
Huh.
collection. Give
Yeah.
give this a listen. Yeah, it's a different side of the Vibrators, but I don't think it's as bad as some people might think, judging by some of those fucking horrible records.
I like it when I don't like it when it's too drastic, I guess, but I like it when a band changes a little bit album to album.
Yeah,
That's probably my biggest complaint about some of like the 80s 90s garage revival albums bands is
yeah,
like the first album will be really great, and then every album after they just do the same exact thing,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
gets kind of boring. But then on the other side of the coin, you have like the Stranglers, where it's just like they just lose me. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay,
yeah.
whatever.
But I think I might be a little bit biased here because I love the Vibrators so much, but I think it was also part of the creative process for them.
Yeah,
you know I think it's easier for a band to call it quits than actually putting themselves through the work to find something that keeps them going. You know, you
yeah,
know,
right.
and yeah, that was my pick. Another classic London band. We're
What do
gonna
you
have
think of the version of Whips and Furs that's the B side of We Vibrate? Do you think that's better or the album version?
fuck. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I cannot even. I'm trying to remember of the version on the We Vibrate. I don't know. I can recall. But I think yeah. It isn't. I can't remember
I
because
like
there.
the album version more, but I think it's just because it's the first one I heard.
No, because also there's another version of Whips and Furs, which is it the demos? No, which is the BBC sessions.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that one is the one that I'm thinking maybe that is a little bit more raw, not as polished, but it was recorded really punchy. Not
Hmm.
as clean, more a little dirtier, but super punchy.
I'll have to check that out.
The BBC sessions, check that out. Yeah, Yeah, Whips and Furs is a classic.
That that's. I mean, I do think that is their best song. You know, it's just we were talking about.
You know
Uh,
something? I'm gonna agree with you. I think it's their best song too. Yeah,
yeah.
with that one, I will have to agree with you. It's my yeah. I think that's a song I listen more often. Yeah, I like Judy says gonna get knocked in the head. But that's just a silly song. I like I like the beat of that song. But Weeps and Furs, yes, the music, the lyrics, everything about it is just perfect. It's my favorite song by them. Yeah,
Well,
and
it's to
hands
me,
down.
it's like the last video when we were talking about like with enemies, like just songs that get you through the week.
Yeah,
That is probably a song I hear, if not every day, every other day.
yeah.
You
Just
know,
that initial lick. That just how the song starts. Like it's just the guitar, the bass, just like it setting you off, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so that's my favorite. So it's your
yeah.
turn.
Um. Okay, I'm gonna go with another London band that
Amazing.
I'm surprised you haven't shown yet.
No,
But this what year is this? I can't remember.
I totally
So,
forgot
yeah,
about.
this is 77.
I totally forgot about him.
Really?
Yeah, when I
Wow.
because yesterday when we decided to do this and I start
You
writing
pulled
down,
so many.
I was like, Jesus,
Yeah.
I had like I think 70 something bands written on paper, and I was like, okay, this is enough. Cut it off right there.
Yeah. Just love stories. One of my, I wouldn't quite say favorite, but one of my all-time favorite Lurker songs. That song is just love story, freak show. I love
Yeah,
freak show.
yeah, yeah,
Um, but yeah,
yeah.
this is just great.
That's on my top two. That's definitely on my top of favorite Lurker songs. Yeah, amazing. Also, amazing live band. Also a band that I guess it was. I think they're at least the Fulham Fallout LP. The recording is also a little bit thin. You know.
Mm.
Yeah. Have you ever listened to the second one, the God's?
No,
Uh, yeah.
I've never heard that. Have you? I need to. I keep meaning to get also because it's so cheap. The
And they still
second
play.
Slaughter and the Dogs record,
Which one?
the second Slaughter and the Dogs album, where it's isn't it just Slaughter?
Oh, Slaughter Bite Back. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I keep meaning to get that because I listen to that on YouTube. And I like that. I mean, it's nowhere near the first one, but it's if you remove it from the first record, it's a good album. You know.
You can compete with do it dog style.
Yeah.
Uh, but I do like it. You know, the only complaint, if I was to complain about their record, is just the lyrics. It's kind of
Uh,
like you really just wanted to put a record out, and you just wrote something on a napkin while at the bar, and let's do it. But yeah, it is a good punky rock and roll album. Yeah,
yeah.
actually, I think I mentioned that one time on the claiming it was an underrated record, which is but he's overshadowed by such a brilliant band album. Their debut is Jesus.
Well, and this is a kind of a tangent. Can I grab it? Where is it? Sorry, give me a second.
No, you're good.
What's that? Well, I can't find it, but you know that what is it? Slaughterhouse Tapes.
Yeah, I do.
That record that has
Yeah,
Situations on it.
the blue one. Yeah,
Yeah. Where did Situations first get released?
uh,
Because I couldn't find it on a single when I was looking stuff up, or
you won't believe this, but it is Link Records, I believe, 88 or 87. on a Oi compilation called uh, Pop Oi.
It didn't come out till the late 80s?
Yeah,
Really? That I don't understand how
I
that
think
good of
I
a
think
song wasn't on an album.
as as uh, as um, as studio
Hmm.
studio track, I cannot even think about anyone because there's like sort of dog, rabid dogs. You know the library. There's the record Rabid Dogs, uh, which is not in there if I'm not mistaken. Then there's a couple live recordings, but like studio, yeah, that's the comp.
That
Uh,
is wow, that's really bizarre to me. I
I
don't
know,
how was that song not on an album or a single? It's so
I know,
incredible.
I know. They managed to put some crap on albums, But anyways, yeah. But that song, the Pop Oi on Link Records,
Huh.
yeah, I think 88, maybe 87, I don't know. But that's the to get it on wax, unless there's some, I'm pretty sure there's got to be reissues and bootlegs and things out there that we're not aware of it. But like an official release that has that song with fantastic sound quality, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Weird.
I
Hmm.
know. Yeah, I know. They were a band. I don't know if this is true or not, but they were a band that they had a lot. There was a lot of friction uh, between members and stuff like that.
Hmm. God, I don't know why I
Yeah.
can't find that. It's should be right there. Anyway, doesn't matter.
So is it your go? No, you
Your
just
turn.
mentioned Lurkers. I don't know if they're still playing, but if they are, the Lurkers live, uh, they were a powerhouse. They even elevated their sound. I think I've seen them multiple times, but I think the last time I saw them was probably 13, 15 years ago. They
Hmm.
actually played in Portugal,
Oh wow.
opening for the Vibrators.
Wow, that would have been a good show. Wow.
It was amazing. And the guy, Arturo, which is not original member from the Lorcas, but he joined the band, became the lead singer of the band. He was such a cool guy. This was in a little association in a small town. They have like a little punk little association. The guy was so cool that he even did the door for the show.
That's pretty great.
And he couldn't believe, like watching our heroes like on the shitty venue. They both amazing. There is a CD
Hmm.
from the Lurkers that I really really recommend. I think it's 2002, live in Brazil. It's in Brazil,
Oh, okay. Huh.
but the quality of the sound, the quality of the sound is so great, and like the full show is like the playlist is amazing. I recommend, and that's I assume, is a CD. Probably can,
Yeah.
yeah. That will, I don't know how often do you buy CDs, uh, but you
I
know,
buy I buy them every once in a while if they're cheap. It's funny. I went to the thrift store the other day, and it was all dumb classic rock CDs or
yeah.
whatever, and there was a members CD
Well,
for 50 cents. So I bought it. It's like members live in 1979 or something,
I don't think I ever saw a member CD.
and they do. I couldn't believe it. It's not very good, honestly, but they do a cover of Police Car.
Whoa,
Isn't that weird?
whoa,
Yeah, I'll have to send that to you. It's pretty out there.
whoa, yeah, yeah. But there are lurkers live in Brazil. I don't buy CDs actually. Unless I bump into something like, whoa,
Yeah.
I don't actually. I'm in a doghouse. My wife's been like, no more, no more, no more. Kind of thing. But that live lurkers in Brazil is actually, I think the name of the record is Lurkers on Heat.
Hmm.
Now that I'm thinking, it's like with a red cover with a live black and white, maybe black shot of the band on stage.
Hmm.
That thing will be worth it to look at on Discogs. If it is like cheap, I would grab that one. because yeah, you know, it's in the 2000s, but you can
Right.
still hear how great of a live band they were. So is it my turn?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Uh, you just we're doing a lot of London.
Huh?
Uh, we're doing a lot of London.
I got more New York.
Huh?
I got more New York I'm waiting on.
I'm gonna do one New York because I think after that I have a lot of London again. But because you just mentioned garage revival and stuff like that.
Are you going to throw flesh tones?
No,
Trying to figure out what you're. Hmm.
it's more the it's more the punked up side.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's not like full on garage revival.
Devil Dogs?
Yep.
That's a great record.
You know, and yeah, and a band that I don't think gets mentioned enough. And
Does that have Baby I'm King on it?
yeah,
Oh, that song is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Strip Search, Get in Line, So Young, Baby I'm a King, Whip It Out, Gonna See You Tonight, Don't Do It Yourself, Rock City, USA, Get Out, North Shore Bitch, Time Enough for Love, Go On Girl, I'm Gonna Make You Mine, Stay Out All Night, One Day Got Away, and yes, they Palisades Park. I don't know why I always show something, a band covering Palisades Park. You know, yeah, this record, so New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from this era, early '90s, late '80s, early '90s. They're doing this type of sound is my favorite. You know,
It's such a great album cover.
yeah, it is everything
Yeah.
about it. It's just everything about it. You know, it just
I,
yeah,
I kind of don't get why they were lumped in so much to the garage revival because they have a little more like I mean don't get me wrong I do like a lot of the garage revival bands but a lot of it is kind of gories-ish where it's you know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they have a little more of a nuance to them than just
Yeah, they do.
straight
You do. You know,
you know
I think a lot of things is like I don't know. It kind of doesn't make much sense, but it was kind of like almost like Astros and Cryptic. It were
yes
like holding hands,
yeah
even though one is clearly more invested into punk rock, than actually garage.
right
I think it's like kind of like New Bomb Turks. It's not a garage revival band.
yeah right
It's not, but you can establish a connection if you choose to. Yeah, I think the Devil Dogs is like one of the greatest New York bands that came out from New York. I cannot even name many bands after. I don't even recall New York bands like from mid '90s or 2000s or recent that really
yeah
scratch my itches. Devil Dogs, yeah, fantastic band.
yeah that's a great album.
Yeah, you nailed it. You go.
Okay, classic New York, very underrated record.
Oh fuck yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. That's
I
Mr.
mean, this never seems
I'm
to
so
get brought up.
I'm so glad that you're showing that one.
It's maybe not as iconic as the first one, but it's the same quality to me.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of all that, out of all that uh, first wave like CBGB scene,
hmm
out of all those, the Patti Smiths, Television, Suicide, the Void Odds, out of all those, that is my favorite non-debut album from all those bands.
I agree. Yeah.
You know,
What was I going to say?
and it's probably a cheap record too.
Yeah, it's in the I think $20-$25 range,
Yeah, yeah.
which
So
is cheap nowadays, But the song that I mean, it is. I know it's the uh, opener, but the song I think the best song on here is Kid with the Replaceable Head.
Yeah.
And I was reading about this record the other day. This was like a contractual obligation.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Album. I don't know the whole. It's 82. I don't know the whole story behind it, but he didn't want to make another record. It was something about how he had put out a few singles on a label, and he was contractually obligated to make an album. He didn't want to make an album. So to think this is possibly his throwaway stuff, or the stuff he writes when he's not feeling like it, it's just crazy.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's impressive to say the least.
But he was talking about how in this interview I read that Kid with the Replaceable Head was inspired by him listening to a lot of Nick Lowe. And sound wise, it's not Nick Lowe, but lyrically, it is could kind of fit in with something on Pure Pop for Now people.
Yeah.
Or Jesus is Cool or whatever, wherever you are or want to call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is, I think, a woefully underrated record.
Yeah. I tell you what, I was expecting you. I didn't grab Voidoids because I was expecting you to share. I'm so glad you pulled that out. Yes, that is incredibly underrated. I love that record. Yeah. I'm gonna grab something really quick.
Okay.
It's not as good as that.
Okay.
If I can find it, but it's something that I think we can talk about. It's kind of like you might say punk rock exploitation.
Oh, I know what you're going to show. I think I do know what you're going to show. No, that's not what I thought you were going to show. I thought you were going to show Christ Child.
Oh my God. Well, Christ Child, it is punk exploitation.
I just got to show it real quick.
Yeah, that is punk exploitation. But but yeah, Jim Carroll Band, Catholic Boy.
Never heard that record.
So, Jim Carroll, more of a poet than a musician. Cool picture. But you heard the song
People Who Died.
People Who Died. Right?
That is a great song.
Yeah. That's one thing that we talked like an hour ago. I was telling you about being a kid, daydreaming and romanticizing about these places that I thought I will never go, and that kind of thing. And when you listen to the song People Who Died, right, it's like, even though it doesn't depict, it's not, well, he probably experienced a lot of what he wrote for that song, right? But it does depict an era, right? But one thing that blows the fuck away of me with this is these guys, they manage to, let's just focus on that song. There's more to it. But just that song alone, they managed to, out of such a dark story, because that song is a story, make an uplifting song.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's one thing. That's what I like about that song. It's like, how can you have, it's like, how can you come up with the idea? You have these lyrics. If you see these lyrics on the paper, you will say, man, I'm sorry you have to go through all this. Right? But you managed to have, as a band, come up with a sound that is a song that you sing about people who died with a smile on your face.
Well, and I'm wondering what made you pull that just now?
What made me, pick this up now, it's because, first of all, it's around the same time of it's like, this is 1980. It is around the same time, and the production is very similar too. Of this record is very similar. I think um, it was more like because I think it is an underappreciated record from that period of time. There's more, you know. Maybe I think maybe Richard Hell, because I didn't know what you just mentioned that he pretty much had to do that record at gunpoint, right?
Yeah,
And he managed to you know
make a
do
great album.
a great album like that. Made me think that, but now I know it's not because it's actually prior to their record. But in my mind, what made me pick this up was I was thinking that this could have been inspired by that.
That I remember the first time I heard "People Who Died," and it sounded to me like it could be a Richard Hell song.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
it has that quality to it. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly how to describe it, but
Yeah. But that was my line of thought. But I was not wrapping my mind around the years, and I just saw this came out in '98. That's 81 or 82. So
82, yeah.
I was like, maybe that inspired that, but no. But again, these are people from the same scene, right?
Right.
So yeah, that was it. Is it your turn? Yeah, your turn.
Another London band.
Is that Subway Sect?
Yeah. Sorry, I should have taken it out of the sleeve. But this is I think we've mentioned him a few times now. Another band, Berkshire Mike turned me on to. And this is fantastic. Shoot, I can't remember the songs. Ambition.
Yeah.
And
Ambition is probably the most
different story, which is great too.
Yeah, they were a great band.
Yeah.
Didn't isn't there a connection between Subway Sect and television personalities?
Maybe, but I don't know what.
I don't know.
I just remember my interest kind of being piqued because I think Berkshire Mike was talking about them opening for the Clash.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so yeah, this is a cool single. I don't.
Yeah.
I have less to say about it than I thought I would, I guess. But
yeah. Well, the thing, I don't have much to say about it. One thing that I can tell you about it is that people that are older than me, people that are in their 60s and stuff like that, that were into punk. Subway Sect is one of those. At least people that you can talk to them and you know that these guys,
right?
It was not a phase. It's a band that always comes up.
Yeah.
It's a highly, well-regarded band. Yeah, that's great. That's great, and that copy looks good. Mine is beat as fuck. Let me see.
Mine's got some kind of.
Oh, Chris, it looks good.
It's. I don't know if you've noticed. It's to me a lot of the UK pressings, especially, seem real prone to wear. Like they get beat. They're not as covers aren't as maybe sturdy as some of the UK or US presses. I don't know.
Maybe the quality of the paper too. They also fucking never had inner sleeves on anything.
Yeah.
They just put the cover and shoved the damn record in it.
Yeah.
So that's a great record. And that actually is gonna take me on a segue to another London band that I want to share. This is the singles collection. It's great. Crisis.
Yeah.
This is actually, the label La Vida Es Un Mus.
No.
The label, like for the last 15 years, they've been put out a lot of new things and recordings of old stuff. And this was actually probably the first record I ever bought by them. This came out probably 15 years ago, but it does have the material, all the material by the band, all the singles, which is where they really shine for me. And man, these guys, are you familiar with their sound?
A little bit, not a ton.
But when we talked about look at the picture of the band, that you can
kind of tell, yeah.
Kind of tell. So
what years does that span?
This spans 78 to 90, 81. Yeah, 78. Yeah, 78 to 1981. And these guys, uh, have you ever heard of a band called Death in June?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so these guys, they got a lot of hit throughout the years.
Oh, were they the band that was? I'm sorry to interrupt, but were they the band that was the precursor to Death in June?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but these guys, they were like, music wise, it's kind of like, I don't want to, it's kind of like post punk meets anarcho punk. And I
Hmm.
know any member of the band will be offended by this statement, you know, but how can I explain to this? It's kind of like if early stages, imagine like Gang of Four, early stage, if Gang of Four were an offensive, however, intellectual band, but their sound meant to be um, corrosive, not crass. They
Yeah.
their lyrics are, and they pinpoint a lot of things. But it was a band that defied, you know, they were very defiant. A London band from this period of time, and also is a period of time when anarcho punk starts to build up. So like that, you know, left wing ideas becoming very prominent and all that, and they were very defiant, but actually like uh well informed, you know.
Right.
So, but their songs are just like on point for me. It's like not too long, not too short, not too long. I don't know how to explain these, man. It's kind of like, as I said, a more abrasive version of um, Gang of Four with elements what we consider today anarcho punk and Wire, early Wire, Pink Flag Wire, also there.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's a fantastic band.
Did they have an album or just singles?
They have an album called Hymns of Faith. That is more. The singles have a more punk rock element
Oh, okay.
of
Yeah.
their transition from 77 sound to the UK early UK 82 sound. But they don't play. They're all mid to slow tempo.
Hmm.
Very you know precise. Repetitive, hammering you on the head, from a
Right.
certain extent. But yeah, the album is, um, yeah, it doesn't have the punk element as strong. It's more kind of like what you would say the post punk, but there's. I think I tried to explain this before. I can never explain how I feel about these. It's kind of for me. There's like I feel like a lot of people, for some reason, throw throw a lot of new wave shit into the post punk bag,
Yeah.
right? So for me,
Definitely.
post punk doesn't have poppy elements. Does it make sense?
Yeah. It's very. I think of it as being very jagged and cold and
Yeah,
angular,
yeah, yeah,
and I know exactly what you're saying.
yeah,
There's no sort of um, pop sensibility in the song structuring or writing or.
yeah. But these guys are like, you know, their sound, you know, they're as I said, it's like great, brilliant musicians. Well, if they evolved to become Dead in June, you know that they could play, right? But also there's some I don't like the word intellectual, but I gotta say that these guys were well informed.
Right.
I like their lyricism approach. It's kind of like I think these their first singles could be the soundtrack for Orwell's 1984.
Okay, yeah.
Let me put it that way. Anyways, you go.
Well, taking a pivot from the intellectual to, I would say, the non-intellectual.
Fucking
I'm,
tough darts. Jesus.
I'm gonna show it. Yeah, New York band.
You know,
Um,
for many years I thought, they were from Boston because Boston has so many bands on that vein.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I kind of still don't know what to make of this record. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't. Um, I always, I mean, to me, on the
Yeah.
back cover, I don't. I'm gonna sound real judgy here, but he
Yeah.
just looks like an asshole. I mean, he
Yeah.
looks like the kind of grown-up version of the kid that would bully you in high school.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
You'll be that fucker with the switchblade knife.
but there's some good songs on here.
Yeah.
Rats, Fun City, um, Phone Booth Man. Um, it's it's not certainly not going to blow your mind.
No,
Uh,
but he has its place in history. You know,
yeah,
it has its place in history. But I do think I don't know how people feel about it these days. But I know there was, especially when YouTube became a thing, and
mhm.
then the vinyl resurgence appeared. I think there was a band that at one point, in my opinion, was way overrated because I remember a lot of people showing tough darts left and right.
Really?
It was just like, yeah,
Huh.
and I was like, okay, you know, uh, and I even remember hearing comparisons to the real kids. I was like,
No,
where
no way,
where is
no
that?
way.
I can't hear it, I
No,
can't see it. But anyways, yeah, but it does have a place in history for sure.
it's a little bit of that. Because some people would take this as a bad thing, and I don't think it's a bad thing. It's kind of that sound of like a bar band trying to be a punk band.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but yeah, it's good. It's good when I'm in the mood for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a fun record.
It's definitely one. It's definitely one that gotta be in the mood for.
Yeah,
There's quite a few albums like that for me. You know,
that's
just
to me that
you know, it's kind of
what
like
this album is.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's fun if
yeah,
you're
yeah,
feeling it, if you're in the
yeah,
mood.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I've never not seen a copy of this record that is not a promo. It's I whenever I see it, it's a promo with a corner cut every time.
Yeah. Their record, I think, has a full story of the record on the back cover, doesn't it? Or the inner sleeve. I think
Yeah, it
there's a
does.
yeah.
About a year ago, the new wave of music reared its head in the United Kingdom. Some called it punk rock. What? They're from? Wow, I thought they were from the U.S.
So
for some reason. I don't know.
so yeah, so silly. Yeah, there's some records. There's a lot of records like that. You know, even it has nothing to do sound like that, but a record that for me is like that. For instance, is Rubber City Rebels. It's like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I liked it, but I got to be in a particular mindset. It's just
right.
yeah. There's some. I don't like to be dumb all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, this is going. I was all right. So
I don't know about you. I got three more.
okay, just how about since we're sharing, I'm going to share. We do so three at once. I'm going to clear my New
Oh,
York.
boy.
Right?
Okay. Wow.
So this one because you already rant and rave about it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kraut debut. Second album is great as well. These two because if you get in the rabbit hole for Reagan Youth, you need to get both. You really do. And this brilliant record, Heart Attack.
I don't know what that's a cool cover.
Yeah, this is a bootleg, and he has all this. You can try to actually one of the singles was reissued. But again, is one of those records that does have the demos. So, Kraut, Reagan, are you familiar with Reagan Youth?
A little bit.
So, Reagan Youth, uh, man, just the song "No Class." If you're not familiar with that, you need to listen to this song.
Yeah, I've heard that song. Yeah.
Yeah, just and most of their sonic approach revolves around the sound of No Class. And this band, it's kind of like between Kraut and Reagan Youth.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but it has a more heartbreakers, rock and roll element to it. In this particular record, he has the demo that was never then that was released as a demo, as a cassette, and then he has the 3 EPs. But you gotta listen to this. Go check it out. Heart Attack, the song "Young and Dangerous," and
Okay.
it is like it is the New York sound that you want to hear. That heartbreakers, wild, raw, primitive, like the Testers.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant band. So I will shut up with New York with these 3 classic bands: Kraut, Reagan Youth, and Heart Attack.
Heart Attack. And what year is that?
This covers 80 to 84.
Okay. Huh.
And again, to finish the conversation, this is what I perceive as early American hardcore, is this type of sound,
Right.
But listen to this, and it is like hardcore. This is punk rock. This is rock and roll. But
right.
That's for me, and for the ones that think New York hardcore and they just think of some preconceived idea of bold, crossover, metallish kind of shit, you got to go listen to Kraut, Reagan Youth, Heart Attack, and even worse, because that's the New York hardcore, finest New York hardcore for me. You go. 48
Well,
minutes already? Jesus, my wife's going to kill me.
Well, as you know, I don't show many records from the 90s.
Okay. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
And also, speaking of the Testers.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard this album?
Yes, I heard.
This is the recent reissue. It's got a completely, I have the CD somewhere. It's got a completely different cover. I actually do prefer the original cover.
Yeah. I haven't listened to that in a long time, but yes, very familiar with that.
This record, I heard this before I heard the Testers.
Really?
And it is incredible. It's got Wayne Kramer, Captain Sensible, and Scott Ashton, Ron Ashton's brother, all playing.
I'm going to have to go listen to that. I haven't listened to that in a long time.
It is Signed in Blood. Lost Again. Oh my God, Lost Again. Dedication. 1, 2, 3, boom. I Don't Care. And it ends with French Music Sucks.
Yeah,
which is really funny. But this is up there. It's a little more polished than the Testers. But it's at the same quality of songwriting.
It is. It's a production. Throughout the years. Come on, the man's been making music for 50 years. So his records, the production of the record. That's one thing cool about Sonny Vincent. That I really like about him is that he's someone that made a career without being attached to the past.
Yeah.
There's a record. I think there's one from like 2013 or 14. I think it's like a blue cover with a girl on the beach, standing on the beach.
Yes. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That record is amazing too. And it sounds like a record made in 2010s, but
but in a good way, and
he has the quality of the artist. I
yeah,
think he's one of the most Sonny Vincent is one of the most prolific musicians ever.
yeah,
And by
and
pro- and by prolific, I don't mean quantity. I mean quality. Yeah,
yeah.
great. I'm gonna have to listen to that shit. I haven't listened to that in a long time.
Well, this is on his Bandcamp, so if you need
Okay.
something else to order and get
No,
in
I don't.
trouble for, um, but yeah, this, I mean, he doesn't seem to get brought up in conversation a lot,
It does.
and
He was very popular in the 90s.
yeah,
In the 90s, people that were into underground music in the 90s, people that were more, they not the 15-year-olds, but like the guys on their 20s at the
right.
time. It was like Sonny Vincent was a name that was well regarded, very respected.
So anyway, it's a remaster of like a 2023 remaster, and it's got this cool booklet. Anyway, it's great, and I think that holds its own against anything testers.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah, I agree. I think, as I said, everything by him. Like I mentioned the other time, there's this triple LP comp that is like Semper Fidelis, I think is the name of
Yeah,
it. I have that comp.
yeah,
It's fucking brilliant.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think. Yeah, as I said, he's one of those guys that he should be on. If he's not, he should be on a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So London again. I decided to not show the original pressing and just show this one because the colors are so amazing. What do you think about this record? This is
I like it.
X-Ray
Um,
Specs.
it doesn't. I don't rate it as highly as maybe some other people would. That is one of those records that
You
I
got
have to be in the mood for. Well, the coloring on that is cool, but sometimes there's some. I think the combination of her voice and the horns, it's
can be
it's
too
kind of
much.
shrill to me sometimes.
Yeah, but
Um, but
I
this, sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
The song on that record that I can be listen to at any time is, oh shoot, what's it called? Um, I hit him back with my pet rat. What's the name of that song? I don't care. Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh, that song. I love that song. That's definitely my favorite X-Ray Spec song.
yeah. Let's see. Now
I can't do anything is what it's called.
Yeah, yeah. I can't do anything. Yep.
Yeah. That song is awesome.
Yeah. I do like this record a lot. But I hear what you're saying because there was a time in my life that it was one of those bands that I'll listen to them in moderation. Then I'll
Yeah.
grab the record to listen to a specific couple songs or 3 or 4 songs. I could not just listen these on one sitting. But now with age and putting things in context, understanding how bold and fierce it was for this little woman in the scene that she was part of to write the letters that the lyrics that she did.
The lyrics are fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
just mind fucking blowing. So I had to share this one because I think this record is the original Riot Girl thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
That was the main reason why I wanted to show the record was just really to pay some homage to polystyrene because I think the world needs more people like that.
Have you seen the documentary about her?
Yeah.
I can't figure out where to watch that.
No, I don't know.
No, I really want to see it, and
Yeah, it's great.
they played it here in town at like the local art theater or
Yeah.
whatever, and I was out of town, so I couldn't see it, and I haven't been able to
Yeah,
Figure
it's
out how
great.
to see it.
Can I show one more real quick?
Go for it.
So because we're talking London, I'm not sure if they were from London, but they definitely was the London scene that you know uh, they were part of the London scene. Uh, this was recorded in September of '77. This record was intended to be released on Raw Records. Okay, and this is absolutely amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's my uh, favorite female fronted first wave British punk. It's talking about the sick things.
Never heard that.
This is amazing. This was in like there are two songs here, Bondage Boy and Street Kids. These two songs are on the Raw Deal. You know that Raw Deal
Yeah,
comp?
yeah. That comp, yeah.
Yeah, is in there. This was reissued on Damaged Goods as Raw Records 77 series.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes with two additional tracks. One is Antisocial Disease, and the other one is Sleeping with the Dead. So both amazing. What is brilliant, mind blowing about this record is like, again, in context, you're talking 77. 77. Oh, fast this thing is. It's kind of mind blowing. It's kind of like they're like on a world of their own.
Mm-hmm.
He has, you know, he has that Raw Records sound. He does have that, you know, that feeling of the Cortinas, for instance. He has that feel, but he's mind blowing how fast it is. This is great. You'll love this.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
The Sick
yeah,
Things.
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is a band.
Cool.
This is a band from the first wave of London punk that doesn't get as much love as they should, in my opinion. You go.
Well, this also maybe goes a little bit with um, small doses for me, like extra specs,
Okay.
but I do love it.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Alternative TV. Yeah. Oh my God. You know what? A band that I totally forgot that we have. I hope you're going to show them.
Well, don't say it just in case I do.
Okay.
You got a hint?
No, that's fine. Yeah. Alternative TV. I love that band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've never heard the album.
The Image Has Cracked.
Yeah. Is that a good album?
Yeah, it is. It is a good album. But the thing is, like, it's one of those bands, they have like songs like you have to hear to whatever they're doing, their instrumentation for 1 minute or a minute and a half to get to a point that like, whoa, it's one of those,
Right.
very, I think they were formed in London art school. Really, I think it's one of those that you can really, if you want to label as one of the art school punks, which I have no problem with that at all. But they have that element, and there's some songs that it's just like, it's a great record, but it's not one record for people that like to skip songs.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of
right.
a lot of people, the song needs to grab their attention right away. It's not that kind of record.
It's a slow burn record, right?
Yep. Yeah, but it's great, man. And their first single, the fucking "You Bastard," I think is one of the best licks in rock and roll history, man. Yeah.
Well, to me, this kind of has, like you were talking about with the sort of definition of post-punk. I mean, obviously, this isn't.
He aligns with.
It aligns with. I wouldn't call it. I would hesitate to call it post-punk because it's from '78. The single came out, but it certainly has that sort of jagged, abrasive, cold quality to it.
Yeah.
The only shame with this one is the B side's kind of a throwaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
link. But the A side is amazing.
Yeah. 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 There's another great. Well, I have a great single that came out from London here.
Okay.
Let's do one. My 15 more minutes before the
Okay.
light bumps into here. This is, you know how John Peel allegedly said that Teenage Kicks was his favorite single of all time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think there's only one other single that could rival with that for him as well. Uh, Great band, not necessarily a punk band, but from that time, I think it's a perfect song. Talking about only once, another girl.
Oh yeah. Wow, I've never seen the 45 of that.
Yeah.
Can you show that cover again?
Yep.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
B side?
The B side is Special View, which is a good song, but you listen to Another Girl, Another Planet.
Well,
Isn't that such a perfect song?
that's to me that's the hard thing about that album is that I think the rest of the album's good, but it's kind of how I feel about the first Undertones record, at least the US version. There's one song that's such a masterpiece that you kind of almost can't help but compare, even subconsciously, every other song on the album to that song, and it nothing quite is able to have the same punch to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do have the album, but I never listened to the album. If I wanted to listen to, that's what I listen to. This it's and it's kind of even disappointing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, you listen to this and then you dig through their discography and there's nothing.
They never touch that again.
There's not even a little bit of crumbles. There's not even crumbles of this.
Well,
Yeah.
I think if you can remove that song from your mind, the rest of that album is a good album.
Yeah, but it's
not.
It's
just that's looming so high over it that it's like,
Yeah, the rest of the album is kind of like a pop rock album, really.
Yeah, I do need to get that record. I have a like a CD sort of best of.
Yeah.
Thing of theirs, but
there's some good compilations from the 80s too. Not necessarily, maybe singles or something.
Yeah.
But I had to show that one because I think it's a masterpiece of a song.
Okay, I got one more, and then maybe you want to show one more, and we'll call it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hoping this is the band that you're thinking of.
No.
No.
Oh. I did get to the Ruts. Yeah, that's a brilliant fucking.
I didn't pull the damn because it's so obvious, but I mean I've blabbered on about this record before, but this is just incredible. I mean, Babylon's Burning, Something That I Said, It Was Cold,
Criminal Mind.
Oh God, yeah. Dope for Guns.
Yeah.
Get You on the Knees with their Lebanese.
Oh, yeah.
Man. And then all the B-sides, like, there's what's that comp? With the white cover.
Green
and Barrett.
Green and Barrett, yeah.
There's B-sides and outtakes of full songs that aren't even on that.
Yeah.
Like that outtakes record could have been a double album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, what a band.
Yeah. And the cover is amazing.
Oh God, yeah. I mean,
how they tuck in all those personalities in there.
Yeah, I mean, we've probably all looked at it a million times, but
Yeah.
The thing that does always get me that it is a little is John Peel giving the young girl a candy bar.
Yeah.
Even back then they knew what was going on, but what an album.
That band, I always felt like uh, there were the Clash fans and there were
Hmm.
the Ruts fans. Because I think the Ruts, you know, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people don't like the Clash, or they claim to
Who
not.
doesn't like the Clash? What?
I know people that don't like the Clash. You know, but I do. You know,
Sorry, I'm listening to you. I was trying to
and
grab
I was
something.
saying, and I felt like the Ruts, the Ruts for me, like they sound like the older brothers of the Clash, if that makes any sense.
I couldn't find it. I have another. I,
Yeah,
I I'm trying to minimize myself on doubles of records,
yeah, yeah.
but I do have two copies of this.
Oh, yeah,
I have this is the U.S. and then I have a UK pressing, but I can't
yeah.
find
It's
it.
definitely that is royalty. But what I was saying, I don't know if you heard me, but I always saw the Ruts. It's kind of like their sound for me. It's like they sound like the older brothers of the Clash.
I can definitely hear that.
It's kind of like the Clash, where the young brothers they were still going to school. They will come home to a warm meal, and the Ruts they were the old brother working on an assembly line. you know, yeah,
Yeah.
like such a grit to them. It's like I love that shit.
Yeah.
So
So what's
I'm
the band we forgot?
Well, there was many, but I'm gonna get to that one. First of all, I'm gonna show this one because I picked two singles to share, which is a band I could share their first album, but I want to hear your thoughts, and I'm gonna tell you. What do you think about Chelsea?
Oh yeah.
These are my two favorite singles by them. You will be surprised. Not Right to Work, yeah,
No.
Right to Work,
Urban Kids is my favorite too. Yeah.
dude. No, and the song No Flowers that is so damn good.
I keep trying to grab stuff, but I'm
Yeah,
not that good at it.
yeah. Oh, that is awesome. No, I have
It
that song too.
this is the only Chelsea record I have.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much all you need, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is a great comp. I have that one, and mine is a promo too. I
My
think,
look.
yeah, yeah. I think I never saw that one without being a promo. Yeah, but I do.
Funny.
Yeah, I do love Chelsea, and this single, man, it's just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's the Urban Kids and No Flowers. It's so damn good, and but I do like this a lot. Evacuate. Yeah, but so we're gonna end this with a band that we forgot because my A my record start A to Z. A is here, so I can find the record.
Okay.
Then you're gonna say, "Oh shit, really?"
Not Ramones, is it? Because that was it's an A. So I avoided stuff that was way too obvious.
Well,
I don't know about you.
mine was my thought process. As I said, I start writing.
Oh, I just saw it. Oh my god. How did we forget that?
I know. How did you forget that? I didn't. Initially, I thought about it, but then I wanted to highlight TV Smith too, and I have all their records, and he has a shit ton of records, and then I just kind of forgot because I didn't want pulling more and more records.
Well, you know what I was gonna say a few days ago. I rewatched your 50 greatest 70s punk UK albums.
Okay,
You didn't show that.
I said I didn't show that because I didn't have this.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mentioned that I didn't have this record, and this is
When did you get that then?
I found this record on the store, but this is like a 1990 reissue on Link Records, which was the label that I mentioned. What did I recommend from Link that I told? Yeah, the Situations Pop Oi compilation by Smarter Dogs on Green Wax from 1990. Yeah, it's flawless. Yeah,
That's cool.
I still don't have the first pressing. I probably never will, unless I do move back to Europe. That there will be chances of bumping into a original pressing. No, but I'm pretty pleased with this. Yeah, yeah, that's why I didn't show it. But I know I mentioned in the video. I didn't show for that reason. Yeah. So
I'm trying to think of what's on that record. My mind is blanking.
One Chord Wonders, For Teenagers, New Church,
Oh, New Church. Bomb Site Boy. Oh,
Bomb Side Boy, Safety Numbers, Drowning Man, No Time to Be 21.
Great British Mistake. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
but I do love their second album too, The Cast of Thousands, which
Yeah.
is different. But this is like
This is
classic.
the version I have.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I like this cover more.
but that's the thing. I've seen that one, but I am not. I think for a long time in my mindset, I always try to get the OG pressing, or if it is a reissue, I like to see the original artwork.
Yeah.
But that one, yeah, their cover is great. But yeah, I end up bumping into this one. This is a classic. So to end this, would you go with London or New York?
Oh, I had a feeling you were going to ask that. I would have to go with London.
Okay.
Because I can't do without Vibrators, Adverts, Clash, The Damned. Do you remember there was that, was it the last vinyl tag that they asked what country would you choose?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I have to choose England every time.
Yeah, I remember that tag. That tag was difficult for me. For you, it's easy because both.
I didn't do it. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
Because both countries both countries speak your native language, and for me, I think I couldn't pick up nothing but Portugal because I could not
Sure.
put my native language aside, right?
Right.
That's how I still view the world, but that's a tough one, man. So you're pretty much you're saying you could do it without the Ramones.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
You could. All right.
I think that there's to me, this is a gross general overgeneralization, but to me in general, there's sort of more of a sensitivity and a vulnerability to the something about the British songwriting sensibility.
Yeah. 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 If if we're talking specific eras, right?
Yeah.
If we're talking first wave of punk, I will have to go with London, right? Not out of my mind. If I have to, if we're talking like rock and roll in general, I'll have to go with New York with American music. But one thing, now I'm gonna be PC here or try to
Okay.
be a little bit PC. Uh, okay, I already answered. If it is first wave, it will be London. But one thing that I gotta say is that I think that New York, throughout the years, as people could debate. Oh, there was hardcore in England. Oh, there was, you know, dead rock. There was the. I think New York gave it more throughout the years. I think London does have that magical time,
Yeah.
and of course, there's post punk. Post punk is, people want to, revisit their sound, and there's a lot of bands trying to get influenced by it. But the reality of it is like post punk is British,
Right.
right? So, yeah, but I think New York offered a lot, and still, But anyways,
So it's
this
a
was
tie.
huh?
It's a tie.
It's a tie. It's a tie.
Yeah.
It's a tie. But you know what thing it was funny? I was looking into records, to try to come up with these records for us to chat about it. And I was like, bands that what are they might be from New York, and I was like, fuck, Cleveland,
Yeah, I
Boston,
did.
and these and that. I was like, damn, and same with same with British bands. Like, there's so many good bands from Birmingham,
Yeah,
Bristol. It was like, oh god, yeah. But anyways, this was
I
fun.
think we should at some point do another one with maybe like Ohio versus Manchester
Yeah,
or
we can do.
something like
Yeah,
that. You know.
yeah, we can do that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, for me here today is a tie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
so
so too. Yeah.
so the competitive folks, they're gonna go home with a tie. They're
Yeah.
gonna, yeah.
So the
Anyway,
whole video is pointless.
the whole video was pointless as usual.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll come up with something soon.
Okay.
Right? All right, George. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
You want to stop the recording so we can
Yeah.
talk?
Yes.
There we go.
Hold on. God dang.
That's gonna be a Vinyl Richie moment.